YouTube? DanOttawa here, the best 3rd/4th tier Pokemon Go battler in the world, coming at you with a little bit of a different video because of how the day started. And you won't get a set team from this video, but you will get at least my strategy on why and how I switch teams and when. So, I started with a modified version of my taking down and pulling on double dragon team. I led a Shadow Machamp. I had an Abomasnow on the back, and then instead of running a Muck, I ran a Swampert because, as I mentioned yesterday, I think Galarian Stunfisk are going to be everywhere. I think Nidoqueens are going to be everywhere, and Swampert can deal with those plus Galvantulas and a few others. So I started 1-4 with this team. And immediately I saw a couple weaknesses. I went against a Venusaur that if I didn't align it with my Abomasnow, my Machamp and Swampert had terrible matchups. Dragonite, same thing. Only Abomasnow really had a good matchup against it. And Jellicent, I had the Earthquake on Swampert, but you're outpaced, and the Machamp didn't do much. And the Abomasnow is not bad, but it actually does get outpaced to the energy balls versus the shadow balls. So then I thought, okay, what I really wanted to try and keep Swampert for everything else, and Shadow Machamp, between what I was seeing and like I saw a lot of Jellicents, I saw a lot of Dragonites, I decided like, okay, let's get rid of the Machamp. And with this team I also didn't have a safe swap, right? So it's Abomasnow or Swampert, which isn't really safe swaps. So then I thought, okay, I'm going to put in a Muck, because with Muck, at least I have a safe swap and it can deal with Jellicents. So I got a couple battles from that here. And with that team, I then went 3-2. And then I was getting on a ton of leg too. I don't know about anyone else. I went 3-2, and then 2-3, and then 1-4. And it was kind of just matchups like this. You got all the XLs, right? I saw Scrafty, I saw Ninetales, I saw Jellicent a bunch, I saw the Galarian Stunfisk, saw Galvantula. So in this matchup, and this is the problem with this team that I found too, is that it's not weak to fighting, but you're in a bad situation with fighters because your Abomasnow is obviously weak to a counter user. Muck doesn't have a good matchup with counter users because the Dark Pulse and Snarls are resisted, so you can only throw the Sludges. And Swampert is pretty glassy that they can ramp up on the like power punches to take me out. And this is one of the situations. Same thing. Now they're just gonna ramp up here. I need to throw a Sludge Wave here, but by this time they have so much energy that they can just ramp up these power punches and just be loaded in the back here. And I just throw this. I should have built up to the Sludge Wave here because they let it go, and I come out, try and reset the buff, but now I gotta come with a Abomasnow, and this is already 2 times attack raised. This is the 3rd coming here. So now these counters are just going to be chunking, and I need to counter down, or because I need to come out with energy, but I can't. So now here comes the 4th one, and just bad. So I will show a win here because this team isn't terrible. And here comes and again a Jellicent. These Jellicents were everywhere today. So then one team you won't see here is I replaced Swampert with a Gyarados because Gyarados has the crunch that can deal with the Jellicent, and it has the Dragon Breath that can deal with the Dragonites and Alterias. And so when I said I went 3-2, 2-3, that one of those 2-3s was with the Dragonite. No, sorry, the Gyarados in there. And then after this, which you'll see in my next match, I forgot to film all of them until the last battle. I then decided, okay, I like Muck because I need a safe swap, and it can deal with the Jellicent, and even in sort of neutral matchups, it hits pretty decently against Talonflames and Galarian Stunfisk with the Dark Pulses. So I'm going to keep Muck. I want to keep Abomasnow because I need coverage on those flyers. I need to cover Altaria. Even like a Skarmory is a neutral matchup because I'm weak against it, but I can just spam so much so fast. So I need something that counters a fighter. But the problem with this league is your fighters are not just weak to like a Gallade, right? Because you can have a fighter who is Scrafty or Obstagoon, which we saw in the lead here, where you would then add like a ton of pressure because your confusions don't do anything because they're dark, and they can throw like foul plays like Night Slashes. And so then I thought, okay, I want something that can cover the Jellicent. So I decided to get rid of Swampert, and I put in a Sirfetch'd. And I'm running the Sirfetch'd with the counter, Leaf Blade, and Brave Bird. And the Leaf Blade is the coverage for your Jellicent. The counters are your fast move to deal with Galarian Stunfisk and other sort of steals that would be problems, not problems for the other two, but don't have great matchups against the other two. Plus, they are the counter user for like Obstagoon and Scrafty, where these two have trouble with Scrafty and Obstagoon. I can now come in and just counter those down because they take super effective because they're half dark. And meanwhile, I'll take sort of, I guess, neutral to fighting. So I went with this, and I ended up going 4-1, and I forgot to tape all of them but the last match. So here's the last match, and I'm happy to say in this last match, I beat an all XL team. So they lead Politoed, which is a good matchup. They come with a Galvantula. And I think I just want to build up here and chip it. I do need to shield the lunge because this would be super effective. And throw this to do some chip damage. If they shield, if shield or not, I'm going into my Muck and they shield, so we're even on shields. And I'm fine taking a move here. And this is why I love Muck. It can just load up on energy, and it doesn't have a lot of like terrible matchups. So I'm loading up on energy a bit. I've got the Sludge Wave loaded. I'm just going to go for the one shot here, or I'm going to grab their last shield and take that out. So I got Switchback, but I have both Politoed and I've got both Abomasnow and the Sirfetch'd that can deal with this Politoed. Politoed comes in, it's going to load up on energy here, which is fine because I'm just going to chip it with these Dark Pulses. They eventually throw because they don't want me to take another one. So I'm going to let this go. Come in with my Abomasnow because they already know what it is. We get a ton of lag. I was getting a ton of lag all day, which I think this helped me out because they probably just lost count. Hit the energy ball. Out comes the Galarian Stunfisk, and now I got that hard countered with the Sirfetch'd. So they quit. So there you go. I just took out probably all 50 XL team. And I went 4, just showing you that I did go 4-1 with this team. So that's how I adjust my teams. I adjust it based on, is there a Pokemon out there that just is hurting at least 2 of my Pokemon? Like, if I'm not running an ABB team to draw one out, like I wasn't running an ABB team, but I was weak to Dragonite. So I can't have that. So I got to switch it up at least. So I switch it up. And then the second part is, if I'm going to switch it up, what am I switching to? It depends on what I'm seeing. And I'm seeing a ton of Jellicent. I think I saw, out of the 25 matches, I kid you not, probably 10 to 11 Jellicents. So this team is essentially a triple 3 Pokemon that can deal with Jellicents. You got the Energy Ball on the Abomasnow, you got the Dark Pulse on Muck, and you got the Leaf Blade on Sirfetch'd. And Sirfetch'd can deal with like I said, can deal with Obstagoon and Scrafty there, and you got your Abomasnow to deal with your like Alteria's. The only thing that would cause me a bit of problems is a Talonflame here, but between the, I would just have to duo it with Muck and Sirfetch'd. And I'm not sold on this team yet. Again, I did go for one today, and I will start with it tomorrow, but I'm not sold on it because there are some things like that, like Talonflame, that would cause this a lot of problems. I did see a couple of Venusaurs today, which is great because I have the Muck and Abomasnow to deal with that. I'm just trying to think about what I saw today so I can give you guys a heads up. Saw a couple of Galarian Stunfisk, which weak to the rock side Abomasnow, but I can at least chip it. And same with Muck, I can chip it. Hopefully they don't land an Earthquake. What else did I see of a lot of today? I saw a lot of Swamperts. And Abomasnow obviously has a good matchup against Swampert, and the Sirfetch'd has a within one fast move of flipping the match. So if I get an extra counter in, I can flip that match with the Leaf Blades. Gallade, I saw a few of those, which Sirfetch'd would get destroyed, but Muck and Abomasnow can at least deal because the only thing that affects both of them are the close combats. The Leaf Blades will be resisted. And on Abomasnow, I saw a couple Charmers, which the Sludge Wave on the Muck one-shot those both. And that's it. So that's my thought process behind how I make teams. It is tough. I am down like 55 points today, despite the 4-1 finish. And it's honestly, it's going to be a grind. Ultra League is always a grind with all these XLs. I'm going to continue to switch up the teams until I see something that I like. But for now, this is the team I'm going to go with. And if it works well, you'll see it showcased tomorrow. And if it doesn't go well, then hopefully I can find something to showcase for you guys. So that's it. Good luck. And I will see you guys in the next one.